Hello there. I'm just doing a slideshow of my Italy tour since so many people were asking about my pictures. So this is the first one. This is the Colosseum. It's in Rome. And it is amazing. The history that's there, of the treachery that was done there, of just everything, how amazing it was built, how it's still standing. Such an amazing thing to see. It's in Rome. A lot of pickpocketers are in that area, so you have to be careful. That's the Pantheon. It used to have a bunch of gods up there on the archway, but then it was turned into a cathedral, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The first and second king of Italy are buried in there, and I think that's the next picture, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And the second king's wife was also buried in there, Margherita, and that's where we get the margherita pizza. I loved it. A lot of history. If you go there, it's a must-see. This is the inside of a patisserie, a nicer upscale patisserie, and we spent our breakfasts in those, and that's an evening. It's our first evening. We are sweating to death. It's in Rome. In our campground, they had a full restaurant, so we ate there quite often. And we used the Eurorail, so the next picture is us on the Eurorail acting silly. We did first class, so it was a quiet, no one was allowed to speak. I loved it. And I ate a lot of lasagna with roasted veggies, and it is not tomato based, and as my Aunt Lisa coined a phrase, it does give you gastric turmoil if you eat too much of it. It's so good though, it's so rich. And the next picture is I think that is St. Mark's Basilica? I cannot remember. We did a tour of it, but it's all running together just in the middle of the town. These cathedrals are everywhere. It's insane. They're so amazing. This is public transportation at a traffic jam in the afternoon. It was terrible. Highlight of my trip was seeing my boyfriend here, David, and I literally sat at his feet and just was in awe of the art, of the smoothness of the marble that's been done by a chisel. It just blows your mind. It's definitely a must-see, in my opinion. And then we went to Leonardo da Vinci's Science Museum, and we got to see all of the stuff that he created. Ball bearings, bicycles, parachutes. It's insane how much that guy created and thought of. And then the next is just a bunch of little patisseries, little items that I saw that we bought one day. It was so good. Just trying new stuff. All the food there is just amazing. Literally, everything I ate was amazing. Not much I didn't like. And those are Love Locks. I think that's in Florence. And you take your boyfriend or husband or whatever and lock your love together on a bridge. And this is in Milan. And we learned how to make pasta. Mine's the far right corner, the sloppy pile. Yeah, that's me. It was delicious, though. And now I know how to make pasta really well. And here's my auntie. She was making pasta. Isn't she cute as a button in the sunshine there? We had so much fun that day. So much fun. And even Milan wasn't my favorite, but we had so much fun. That's in Milan, I think, too, is some kind of cathedral of some sort. I forget. It starts with a D, but it's a massive cathedral in Milan. It's a must-see, and it is amazing. But as all of them are, they're just all pretty amazing looking. And then here's a really cool shot from standing right in front of it. And there's little archways throughout the inside that just blew my mind. So I took a picture of it. It's coming up next. And stained glass was throughout it. I didn't know this, but stained glass, they oftentimes have depictions of Bible stories. I didn't think about this, but when this stuff was being built, like in the 1300s and stuff, a lot of people couldn't read, so this was their Bible. They actually saw the Bible stories in the stained glass. I thought that was fascinating. The next shot is one of the most expensive malls in the world. Some of these windows, you'd see 50, 80, $100,000 worth of merchandise sitting there, security guards everywhere. The next picture actually is of David and Goliath. It's a picture on one of the cathedrals. If you look closely, you see guts coming out of the neck and everything. It's pretty gruesome, but I thought it was fascinating. And then for a day we went to, that's a terrible picture, but we went to Switzerland, and that's just a picture outside the clouds around their little mountains. They were like, we're going so far up, we'll be up 6,000 feet, which is nothing for us, but that's the road we took. It was so narrow and scary. There's an archway we drove through. And then we landed in a little expensive, rich little town in Switzerland and had lunch there. And so we just walked around, and so that's a picture of me at the lake, and the weather went from like 60 degree to like 40 in a matter of minutes. It was so cold. There's my auntie. We had so much fun just walking around, but that was a rough day. It was like a 12-hour day. Train, bus to get there, traversing up the mountain. That is a lake fed by a glacier, and this is me hanging my head out of said train. I was yelling Ricola because I'm a dork, and that's my Aunt Lisa hanging her head out because she's a goofball like me. And this is a good shot coming up of the train just coming around this archway. It's just really pretty. And they really do in Switzerland have bells on their cows. It's so cute. So of course I had to buy a cowbell when I was there, like a true tourist. And we had to take these massive buses that just did these crazy, crazy sharp turns, and that's me in front of the bus. It was insane. And then this is just random pictures. They're not in order, but the next picture is of this beautiful little hotel that we got in Venice, and it was right off the Grand Canal, like maybe a 5-minute walk, and it was wonderful, and we just had such a nice time there. That was the road, that was the street to get to our house from the canal. Very, very narrow. No cars, just walkways. They had trash boats and everything. They didn't even have, there was no cars. And that's one of the canals that led to the Grand Canal, and it's just a little watchtower there. And let's see, the next scene is that's St. Mark's Basilica. It's their, not an amphitheater, but that's where they have all these little restaurants and stuff. It's a huge walkway full of arts and crafts. It's amazing. We live right by it. Look at the size of that stinking cookie. It's one of those French cookies. What are they called? Macaron. I just had to take a picture. It was like half the size of my hand. And that is shopping at night when we got really terrified and lost in one of the towns. I can't remember which one. And the next one is Venice. I'm in a wooden boat taxi just going down some of the little canals. And the next one is also a boat taxi, just showing all the archways and what we had to drive through. It was gorgeous. And it didn't stink. I thought it would stink, but it's ocean water, so it smells good like the ocean. And then St. Peter's, that's where he is buried, actually. They're 95% sure that it's his remains because they found a tombstone. Here lies St. Peter, the rock. So they're pretty sure. And then the next one is a very, very famous statue in the Vatican. In the Vatican of Mary holding Jesus. And the next clip is going to be very short because I didn't want to ponder on it, but it's a pope that has passed away and was entombed on view, oddly enough. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This picture basically shows how crowded it was everywhere we went, and this last picture is of the roof in one of the cathedrals. Actually, it's St. Peter's Cathedral. And I tell you what, it was a challenging trip for sure, but I do not regret going. It was amazing. It was so amazing. if I were anyone interested in going, I would definitely recommend getting some help if you are not an extensive traveler, because it's definitely one that will rock your world. Oh, this is a picture out of my window in Venice where I forgot the window was there and went full frontal and looked down, and there was a full restaurant of people. So you're welcome. And then it's me and my Aunt Lisa wearing face masks, doing a little TLC while we're on vacation. I'm just so grateful she went. We had such a good time. I hope you enjoyed my first slideshow. You guys have a great day. Bye.